going on, guys? Justin here, X4 Prospecting, Mr. Will, Internal Compass of NC. It's the weekend, you know what that means. Back at the creek, doing a little bit more dredging, and boy, we think we found a really good spot. Let me pan you guys around and show you where we're at. Alright, we are way upstream from where we've been doing our previous dredging videos. This is the spot that we wanted to get to in the last video, but yeah, it was just too far of a trek for us that day. But we came out here prepared today. We got the little cart over there on the hill, trekked everything in here, and well, this is where we've been getting the very good test pans. All on this side of the creek, right in behind these tree roots. We've been getting really good test pans through here. So yeah, it's a perfect dropout zone. Let me see if I can back up and show you guys. So creek is going up that way, large obstruction, you got a tree right here, and that creates this gradual inside bend right through here. Now these trees and the roots cause major dead points when this is in flood stage, and those dead points are, well, where the gold is dropping out and where we're finding the abundance of gold that we're finding in this area. So I mean, you can see the debris built up on that tree. That's above my head right now, and you can see the amount of water coming through here when it's in flood stage. It's pretty severe. So these trees create perfect dropout zones right behind them. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything hooked up, and we'll do a quick test run. All right, we had some issues with the motor for a little bit there. Not sure what was going on. It just didn't want to start. So we completely tore the thing down, rebuilt it, and I was just about to go buy another one, and what do you know? Will called me and was like, hey, we got it started. Who knows? So anyway, we're back. Now we're running after about a 2-hour delay, so no bueno on that. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and start back in this direction, work our way forward, because all this ground right here, bearing gold. So we're down there working behind these tree roots. It's where we've been getting really good test pans from. So we're gonna do a quick run here, probably about 45 minutes, and we'll do a top mat clean out, make sure we're on the gold, and we'll continue on from there. Let's get it. Alright, so like we always do, we're gonna tag team this. Will's gonna be working the dredge. I'm gonna redo some test pans, making sure we're staying on the gold, leading them in the right direction, and also adding to the end day gold total. So we'll switch off, and he'll pick up where I'm panning, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I just did a test pan from this hole right here, and this is about the size of gold we're getting out of it. So you have a few nice flakes all scattered throughout. So yeah, it's looking pretty promising. That was only probably a quarter of a pan's worth of material, so it's looking good. Alright, we just shut down for the first time. We probably ran about 45 minutes to an hour there. Didn't run a whole lot, but we haven't gotten into this nicer hole we've been finding a lot better gold in. We were working the hole in front of it, so we're gonna see what the top hopper looks like. Come back when we got it cleaned out. Alright, so here's what we worked so far. We worked right in there and then right through here. And yeah, we're still not even that deep, but from our test pans there was gold throughout all the different layers, so we're gonna test, make sure that there's still gold deeper in this layers underneath all that rock, and we're gonna see what the top mat's looking like. So let's go ahead and pull it and see how we do. Alright, we just got done with the top hopper clean out, run number 1, and honestly it's not looking too bad. Check this out, it's not bad. Some nice chunky bits in there, a few bits of pyrite, lots of lead. Definitely on the right track here. Alright, we're gonna snuff that up, gas up the engine, and get back after it. Alright, so the game plan now, we're gonna stop working this hole. We're gonna come down and we're gonna start working this hole. It's behind a big boulder in the creek. Nice root system which will allow the gold to settle in, and even when it floods, that gold is just gonna stay there. It acts kind of like miner's moss and just traps that gold down deep in there. So every test pan we've gotten from that hole right here has had at least 5 to 7 colors in it, and a lot of times there were really nice pieces in there too. So we're going to do that hole, and then we'll do about the same time frame before we do the next cleanup, and then we'll compare our results and do our final run in whichever hole has better gold. So Will and I have been talking this whole time. Every time we're out here, we're just baffled that we don't find any, you know, like Native American artifacts or anything. Looks like a good spot that Native Americans would set up. Shoot, I would set up out here. You got high cliffs, nice game trails running through here. But yeah, well, I just found the first evidence. Boom. Nice little arrowhead. Is definitely water worn, definitely not sharp either, but it's definitely been worked. I'll get a better image of it and put it at the end of the video when I get home. But good thing is I can keep this one since we're not in the National Forest, so I can take this home with me and keep it. Definitely digging that. Alright, let's get back to gold mining here. Yeah, so I did a pan from the hole right where we were working. There's honestly not much gold left in that thing. I only found like 3 small pieces, so the gold is definitely depositing in layers, and from what we can tell, it's recent layers instead of the really old layers sitting right on top of the bedrock. So it's a good sign that gold's still shedding out somewhere up this creek. Alright, so we'll just hit a clay layer pretty deep in this hole, deeper than what we've tested. So he's going to test that clay. I'm going to continue to run the dredge nozzle, and yeah. Anytime you hit different layers in the creek, always test. You never know. It's better to test, do a couple pans, than to run an hour's worth of work and not know what's in it. Well, we just got done with our second run here. We did about the same amount of time and material as run number one. Got in here, you can see this nice root system here. So it goes out and goes out that way. You got the perfect little natural riffle in the creek. Material is going to flow over that. The roots are going to act as miner's moss. Tell you what, natural sluice box right here, and it doesn't get any more perfect than that. Well, maybe it does if you can get down on top of that bedrock, which we haven't hit yet. But other than that, I mean, all signs are looking really good for this spot right here and for this cleanup. So we're going to do a top mat cleanup, see how it compares with run number one, and then we'll make our final decision on run number 3. And they're right, Mr. Will. Alright, so I'll be honest with you guys. Will and I, we're just as much explorers as we are gold prospectors. But in reality, we're exploring for places to gold prospect. So it is what it is. But so what we did was we came a little bit upstream, maybe 50 yards. Creek is really dammed up right there. That's the dam that you guys have been seeing in the video. And when it floods in here, this is like a bypass valve. So the water comes through here, right where we're standing, and it comes right along this edge. It goes back down to where we are at now. But Will and I walked up here before we got to pull the top mat after our second run there. We were like, man, well, we got a little distracted, to be honest.
I mean, we can't just leave that.
No. We came over here.
In bed later
we were like,
wondering about that.
Wondering where this gold's coming from. So we found this little covert that comes down this mountain right here. And what do you know? There's some nice bedrock right here, and right at the bottom of there, there's a good little bit of gravel. So we're gonna do a few test pans from here, see if there's anything in it. Yeah, testing. That's how we find the gold. This material smells rank. It's not quite as bad as Portis Gold Mine, but it's very, very close. It's pretty bad. Only got one tiny piece, but yeah, we're definitely doing better where we're at. But I want to do one from downstream of where this culvert comes in, or this ravine. So somewhere like right there should be good. So I'm gonna do another one from right there. Go paint her down. Micros. So I got about 5 micros from the spot after this little ravine right here, right there. So in all likelihood there is some gold shedding out of this mountainside right here. But I don't think that's our major source of gold, unfortunately. Alright, I'm gonna snuff up what I have, and we'll get back down there and do our second run cleanup and go from there. Whew. Well, tell you what, we were thinking this was gonna be the better cleanup of the two, but it's not panning out that way from the looks of it. It's kind of close, but we're definitely getting bigger pieces in our first hole. It's pretty hard to tell. So you know what that means. We're gonna do a pan from each, and we'll figure out where we're gonna go. Yes sirree. Alright, so about, I don't know, 6 test pans each later, I decided we're going back to spot number 1. Gonna finish that hole out and see what comes of it. So about to fire back up for the last and final run of the day, run number 3. All right, last run of the day. Let's get it. Well, we just shut down for the last time. So what we did was we came through here. We worked from here all the way up and into there. So yeah, we covered from about where Will's standing all the way up this bank to right here. So that's about 15 feet, yeah. Now the test, see what's in the top mat and see what's in the rest of the box. Let's get after it, throw it in the pan, and we'll come back to you and show you how we did. Well guys, we just finished that last run, and to be honest, it looks like the best run of the day as per usual. Look at that. A lot of good looking gold in there, and look at all that lead pulled out of the creek. Oh yeah. Alright, now we're gonna do the rest of the box, get all that cleaned up, and we'll come back to you and show you how we did for the day. Well, we just got done cleaning out the entire box. And well, the last run was definitely the best run, but yeah, we gave it our all today. Tested up and down this creek, went to our best spot that we knew of, and well, yeah, it is what it is. Either way, we're not going to complain about the gold we found. And here is the snuffer dump. Not too bad, but definitely not what we were hoping for at the beginning of the day. But then again, we didn't really get started until 11:30. So yeah, that's not bad. Not the best, but it's not bad. I'm gonna go, well, I'll let Will go first. What's your guess, Will? GoldenEye. 0.19. I'm going with a you know what? I'm gonna go with a 0.22. 0.22. That's my guess. We'll see who has the GoldenEye when we get home. Throw it up on the scales and weigh it up. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me and Mr. Internal Compass of NC today on the creek. Got out here, had a blast. We had some issues in the beginning, but we resolved them. So that's what it's all about. Adapting and overcoming. And well, we found some gold in the process. Can't complain about that. Well, with that being said, we'll catch you guys at home on the scales, and with that, we are out. Alright guys, we're back home. We're back at the scales. We are ready to weigh up the day's gold. Will guessed a 0.190 in our traditional GoldenEye contest, and I guessed a 0.220, and we have the gold all dried up, ready to weigh. So let's see how we did. 0.209, which means Will was 0.019 off. I was 0.011 off. And once again, sorry, Will. 0.209. Honestly, that's not too terribly bad considering we had a late start to the day. But we managed to find some gold, get out, and have a blast doing it. So, well, if you like the video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up, comment below, and go ahead and share it to a friend, because we greatly appreciate it. And well, we'll catch you on the next episode, and with that, we are